I think at some point in time in our spiritual journey, we have probably all at least once doubted whether we were on the correct path. I know for myself, personally, there have been so many times that I have doubted whether I was on the correct path and whether I should be even doing this in the first place. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about signs that you are on the right spiritual path. So one of the first signs is that you will have an increase in your intuition. As you develop and as you grow in your spiritual awareness, your intuition is going to also increase. So you're going to be trusting your intuitive wisdom a lot more, and you're going to really be able to make decisions that align with your highest good, and you're going to feel this deep sense of peace with those decisions. Another thing that comes with that is that you start to rely less and less on outside validations, because you have already that internal validation that you are on the correct path. You trust your own guidance, and that also means that you are going to be more in tune with the energy that is around you. So you're going to be able to pick up a lot on the energy that is around you, and you're probably going to feel the need to constantly be protecting your energy. And as you begin to trust your intuition a lot more, you might even start to rethink friendships and different situations in your life. I think mostly the reason why we start to rethink certain friendships or certain situations is just because we become more sensitive to the energy around us and what we truly seek to be around in the future. Become more aware of different situations that drain our energy, and it's like we don't even want to do that anymore when you are in tune with your intuitive self. And another sign that you are on the right spiritual path is when you start to live your life more authentically, and that means speaking up in situations that maybe you wouldn't have in the past, and really truly honoring your true feelings. This really means valuing yourself and living in a way to where you are not scared of expressing your values, your beliefs, your opinions, living your life in a fearless way to where you don't really care about other people's validations. You care more about your own validation. Along with this, you might feel like you're shedding old beliefs or old patterns because you are starting to move more in alignment with your true self, your true feelings. It's actually quite liberating to live an authentic life. Another sign is that you feel this great sense of purpose in your life. So you feel like you have a direction, and you're able to express yourself creatively speaking, and you use your unique talents, and you know that they will benefit the world. And I don't know how else to explain this, but it's like the path that you're on this exact moment, it just feels right. The next sign is that you start to experience synchronicities in your life, or also known as meaningful coincidences. And I talked a little bit more about this last week, and you'll be able to go look at the video. I'll link it up here for you to go and check out. Synchronicities really are like when the right person seems to come into your life at the right time. It's almost like it is meant to be, or that this person has been sent by the universe to you. This can be something as simple as like if you are starting a new business venture and you happen to be sitting on an airplane when you were traveling somewhere, and it's like the person sitting next to you is like the exact person that you need in order to move the needle in that new business. And that's what we would call a synchronicity. It's almost like it was divinely set up to happen. When you're on the right spiritual path, you're gonna feel a lot more inner peace, even in the midst of really chaotic situations. While everybody around you might be freaking out at this chaos, you are somehow able to stay centered. You're able to stay calm during the whole process. This is not to say that like we are always going to be calm, because I still feel like, we're spiritual beings living a human experience. So we're still human, and we are able to still feel frustrated or feel those types of emotions in chaotic situations. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, you're going to feel more of that inner peace when you're on the right spiritual path. And this also translates over to feeling more compassion for others, because you start to realize that we are all connected. It's like you really value this deep sense of peace. And so what that translates over to is you staying clear of situations or people that might disrupt that peace. I think what this also comes down to is more awareness of the energy that is surrounding you and how it affects your everyday life. When you're on the right spiritual path, you will also feel this increase in creative and inspirational energy. So this can translate into anything from art, writing, doing music, anything that can help you to express your spiritual journey and your insights. This creativity brings out more playful and more light energy, and so you're gonna feel a lot more joy and happiness. The energy is also going to feel a lot lighter, even in challenging situations, because you're able to make light of any situation. Another sign that will typically happen is that you will gain more clarity and more focus. So it's almost like you can see clearer, you can think clearer. This really helps us to stay present in the moment and helps us to kind of weed out the distractions. So with this, we also become less worried or concerned about what other people are doing, and we're more focused on what we are doing. At this point, then gossipy conversations or situations just really don't appeal to you. And so another sign that will usually show up is that you will feel more connected to your higher self. So you might actually start to have more spiritual experiences, and you might have more connection to your spirit guides. And I think that when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing on earth and we're not fulfilling our soul's purpose here, it'll feel like we're kind of paddling upstream a lot. Things just seem to be a lot harder. A lot of times when blocks keep coming up, it's either because it's not the right time for you to be doing that, or you're not even supposed to be doing that in the first place. Spiritually, you're supposed to be going down maybe another path. Now, I don't think necessarily that that means that everything is supposed to be easy for us. I think that challenges will always come up. That's a part of living in this world. There's really this profound sense of inner knowing that occurs when you are on the right path, and it feels divinely guided. So you might experience some challenges along that path, but you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Another sign is more openness towards yourself and to others. I think once we realize that everybody is on their own journey, that results in a lot less judgment and accepting people for where they're at. The reality is that we are all human and we are all imperfect walking this earth. We are here to learn our lessons on a soul level, and the more that we can accept the humanity in people, the more love and compassion we can have for each other. The last sign is that you'll feel greater resilience and greater inner strength. It's like when you get knocked down, you're able to cope with it a lot better and come out on the other side. And something that I've really had to learn over the years through some of my greatest challenges or disappointments is that when we are at rock bottom or when we are at our lowest, that has the biggest opportunity for us for growth. And even reflecting back to some of your most challenging times can give you this inner strength for how you can navigate today. So maybe you were at rock bottom at one point in time in your life, and you think about it today like, gosh, I have been through so much. If I can make it through that, I can make it through anything. Thinking about times in the past when you've had to bring forward a lot of inner strength, that can help you to get through anything today. So now that I've listed a ton of signs that you are on the right spiritual path, I just want to say that it doesn't mean that you're going to experience all of these signs. It might just be a few, but it's enough to validate that you are on the correct path. At the end of the day, you might feel a lot more inner peace when you are on the correct path, but it doesn't mean that it will be 100% of the time, because like I said before, we are still humans walking on the earth. So I think that it's important to reiterate that we are imperfect and that you might not experience all of these things all the time. And with that said, let's do a card draw. I have been feeling drawn to this deck for the past few days. It is my Archangel Oracle cards. I really like this deck. So I'm just gonna kind of shuffle it. Let's see. What archangel should we call upon today? And what message do they have for us? All right, one more shuffle. I never shuffle in like exact amounts. I usually just follow my intuition. And a lot of times I'll get a number in my head. Okay, I need to shuffle 5 times. Okay, I need to shuffle 3 times. So that's how I do it. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if I don't know if everybody else does that, but that's what I do. Okay, so which archangel do we need to call upon today, and what message do they have for us? Hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Oh, there's the card. I'll put it up on the screen as well. So now I'll read what's in the book. Okay, here we go. Additional message. Your loved ones aren't far away. In fact, they're quite near. In your quiet moments, you can feel their presence. They really are true visitations, and I ask you to trust your intuition. You may notice dream visits from deceased loved ones. Know that your loved ones are happy, free from all suffering, and want the same for you. Your loved ones want to work with your guardian angels to help you be peaceful, so watch for other signs from heaven. Working with Archangel Azrael. Azrael is known as the angel of death, since his primary role is to help people cross over to heaven at the time of their physical death. Far from being a morbid role, Azrael surrounds the newly crossed over soul with loving light to make the experience uplifting and comforting. Azrael helps deceased loved ones make contact with their living family members and friends. You can ask Azrael to bring you a message or dream visitation from your loved ones in heaven. So last week I did a video all about signs from your guardian angels and spirit guides. So you can go and check out that video. I'm going to link it below. I'll also link it up top. And yeah, so I think it's really important to notice the signs and synchronicities that are happening in our life. They are from your spirit guides. They are possibly from loved ones that had crossed over, because the loved ones of ours that have crossed over do sort of act like a spirit guide on the other side. So I think it might be worth looking into as far as the signs. So this card is really all about looking for the signs that are already around you and looking for that guidance that they're sending you. If you want to feel more connected to your loved ones that have passed, Archangel Azrael is the archangel to call upon. I really love this message that this card has to offer. So if we think about the signs that we're on the right spiritual path, and it ties into the video that I had done last week as well about the different signs from your loved ones and your guardian angels that you might be receiving in your life. So also paying attention to the signs that you're on the correct spiritual path. So I love it, and this was really validating for me. I hope it did the same for you. I hope it's comforting to know that your loved ones are on the other side, supporting you, helping to guide you in your spiritual path. So if you thought this video was helpful, definitely let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.